Great.
Jeff, how'd the guys look today at practice?
We're good. It wasn't near as physical today as it was yesterday. So it was really cleaner. Offensively, we were very clean, and defensively, we were clean as well. It was good practice.
Jeff, we were talking to a couple of the guys yesterday. They told us that Cyrus Simon played a big role in pulling together that players-only meeting. What was your reaction to seeing the steps he took to do some leadership there?
There's nothing about that surprises me. I told y'all about those single-digit stuff that we all vote, and Cyrus is one of the ones I voted for, and he didn't get the single-digit, and that crushed me for that kid. And again, just like I know about his character, he hasn't blinked. He's definitely one of our leaders, one of our captains, whether he's in that jersey or not. And that doesn't surprise me. We've been with him for 5 years now. I remember when I was recruiting him, and I was having dinner with his father, and his father asked me, he said, I played with a player named Richard Whitaker at A&M, and I heard you coached him. What would Richard Whitaker say about you coaching my son? I said, I'll tell you what, we'll FaceTime Richard right now. So I FaceTimed Richard, and of course he answered the phone. We had a great conversation. And Cyrus is very dear to my heart. I love watching kids that get dealt possibly something that would not be considered a fair shake, a fair look at something, and how they handle it. And that kid's going to be something special in life. You just remember I said it.
Jeff, I think some of the players told us yesterday that the whole team was a part of that meeting. Is that surprising to you?
No, they're special. I know y'all probably just think I sit up here and say all that, but that's just who they are. I really wouldn't tell you guys a story like that. I try to speak from the heart as much as I can without letting Mike Bloomgren know every detail like Greg wants to know. But our players have just always been that way. And it's why I hurt so bad. It's really what kills me, because I want those guys to, benefit from all the work they put in and the goodness they have. Like, for example, that's a great example of a guy that should be a locker room lawyer. He should be the one stirring up the mess. And he's the one making sure there is no mess. He's the one that should be saying, what is this triangle of toughness, man? How am I not a single-digit guy? And he's the one, one of the main ones, leading it. And he plays well. He's tough. Kid shows up every day. I know his coach is very proud of him, Tascasita.
Jeff, we're getting ready to talk to DJ Allen today. He's played more in the last couple games, snaps-wise, compared to earlier in the season. What sort of happened for him to emerge?
He's coming on. He's coming on. Another kid I've known, forever. He's from Gladewater, which, it's very close to Gilmer. And so I've known about DJ forever. And I told him when he didn't pick me the first time, he's going to end up playing for me sometime, so you might as well just come on now. And sure enough, when he got in the portal, I was probably the first one to hit him up, and he's going to be really good. He's nowhere near what he's going to be. He's still getting down the finer details, and his best is in front of him. He's a really good kid. Young man. I know they're not kids, young men.
What stands out about his skill set between the lines and what he brings to the offense?
He's always been talented. I know he's in here listening, probably there he is over there. He's spoiled like all them great athletes are. He had to get a little dose of humility, had to get a little edge of toughness, become more coachable. But as far as running, eye-hand coordination, a kind spirit. There's never been like any kind of difficulty with him and his spirit. It's just a matter of, like I tell them all the time, since they've been in kindergarten, they've been getting picked first at the kickball game, where most of us are getting picked, down towards the bottom. So we're a little more humble souls than some of these humans are. And I'm just telling you, his best is yet to come. He's bright too. He's a smart young man. So it's just the details. He's getting cleaned up right now. You'll see more, I promise you.
Jeff, how's Owen doing this week?
He's been great. Kid's steady all the time. He needed a bye week. It's good for him just to get some hits off of him. And he's been really good. Been very sharp. Threw the ball very well today. I still think his best football is in front of him. We just got to keep protecting him, which we did better against East Carolina, and we got to run the ball a little bit better.
What's his confidence level? I was kind of surprised about some of the backlash he received after the last game.
He has no idea what you guys are speaking of. You can't shake that kid. Stone cold. He doesn't participate. Like I've told y'all a million times, a compliment from a fool is an insult. An insult from a fool is a compliment, and we stay by those words.
What was it about Brandon Hyde against East Carolina that allowed him to pop and break off that big run? What did you see there?
He's just been coming on. I mean, he's another one of them young guys that just keeps coming on, stacking days. Another very talented kid. We had him at camp. Worked our tail off to get him here. His best ball's in front of him. I hate he got nicked up on the run. I mean, so obviously that was disappointing, but his best football's in front of him. Humble, never says a word, just tough kid, runs behind his pads, explosive, powerful. Best ball's in front of him.
Jeff, you have never coached a team here that had a losing record halfway through the season. Are there any kind of added stakes this week to avoid any kind of uncharted territory?
We wouldn't know any of that nonsense if it didn't come from you guys, but we appreciate you letting us know.
All right, Jeff, appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank y'all.